Welcome to AlarmzFactory, a place to create and manage a list of your alarms. We see a couple of sections here. A place to see the current time happening, updated every second. A place to create your alarms, the list of your active alarms, finished alarms, disabled alarms. Each alarm, you can see some name, the alarm time and date, and also how much time is remaining. So this alarm is going to get finished in 1 minute. We support functionalities like you can enable or disable an alarm. So this alarm was already disabled and just got finished. So it got in here. Or you can just disable an alarm. It will go here in the disable section and you will not receive any pop-ups. You can also edit an alarm, let's say this one. So you can choose to update the time, the names of this, or you can choose to completely delete this alarm. So let's say I choose to delete this. You can create an alarm here with the name, the time. So notice that the creation also has a validation here. So if you choose any date in the past, it will not allow you to create one. And similarly, the edit, you cannot choose to go in a previous state and try to create that as an alarm time or date. So also we have a persistence of your list of alarms in the local storage. So it is stored as a JSON object. All your alarms are there. And whenever an alarm is getting finished, like that 1 minute one got finished, so it will show you the name and the time of that alarm. The page is also responsive, so it's in single column layout in a smaller screen size and in a bigger screen size. You can see this kind of a layout. That concludes the demo. In terms of code, in markup, we have only 2 CSS files here, and essentially only one JavaScript file, which will in turn call all these different files. We'll see. And in terms of sections of the pages, this is the create section, the alarm active, finished, disabled section. Importantly, these 3 sections of the alarms are each having an unordered list, which is actually using a common template, reusable template of the list item of basically the alarms. So this thing, and then we have all the modals section here. Coming to code, we have only one class which was called, one file which is calling every class, and it's in a React-ish kind of way, modularized into different modules, and having one common context, a context of alarm list, which we can load from the memory if we have, otherwise we just initialize a blank one. And these different classes are initialized with this common context and they operate almost independently. So modularization of code and encapsulation is attempted here. So the view engine is basically responsible for generating views. Cron handler is responsible for every second updating something. The create alarm section is creating alarm, and event handlers are responsible for edit and deleting. See, let's say the cron handler function first of all. So every second it basically runs this cron update function every second, which basically updates the current time in that corner section of the window. And then we have the updating of the remaining time in just the active alarms section. So basically it just calls the views section that, hey views, this is the alarm list, and just update the remaining times in the active alarms, and it will take care of that. Check and update alarm clock status. So basically every second the alarm clocks which is got finishing or not got finished, so that status is checked within here. And if any alarm is got finished, then a window alert message is given. Since an alarm just got finished, that means we need to update the list of alarms which are active or inactive. So we will be also updating the views part every those seconds when some alarm is getting finished, and then saving the state, the new change state of which alarm is finished or not. Again, some other functions like the create alarm function is also independent. It is initialized with an alarm list, and it has its own validation function contained in this file. Whenever you basically click on the alarm create button, it will check the validation details, create an alarm object, and will just add it to the list of the alarms. The view generation engine will generate the views, and everything will be saved. Similarly, the edit and delete functions are also operating. So we have all the delete related functions, the edit related functions on each of the alarm items, and the toggling, disabling this part. So let's say if you choose an alarm to be disabled, then we know which alarm you click using the UUID, which is contained as a data variable there. We find whether that alarm is then existing or not in our list. Then we toggle its status and we update the views and save it. Coming to the views part, so this is the views which is receiving essentially that alarm list object, and from that alarm list object we can know, we have some helper functions to see which alarms are active, finished or disabled, and using this common piece of code we are generating the alarm list. Also those remaining time section is updated through here in the active alarms. So in all of these we have the alarm list object, which is essentially the collection of alarms, an array of alarms, as we can see in the constructor of this alarm list class. To see the alarms class, actually it's just a data object of alarm list, alarms basically, and some other properties and some helper functions. Similarly, alarm list was essentially an array of those alarms with some helpful functions to add, edit, delete, or basically get those active alarms or disabled alarms. That concludes the code overview. Thank you.